Hello and welcome to the Ways to Cope and Thrive in a Changing World workshop. So, this workshop was actually created by the wonderful Eric Larson, but he is allowing me to do a recording without an audience so that we can pass this along to people who may want to watch it. Otherwise, we weren't going to do any recordings of this just because of the nature of the presentation, possibly people sharing some sensitive topics. So we just wanted to do a recording of it so that we could share it with people that aren't able to show up to our workshops. So a little bit about Avivo. Avivo is a large nonprofit organization based in the Twin Cities. Programs that we have: employment services, career education, chemical and mental health services, and housing services. In 2021, 11,000 individuals were served. Avivo's 2021 budget was $40 million and 350 staff, which may have changed. Our communities are free of economic and health inequalities. Our mission is Avivo increases well-being through recovery and career advancement while working toward ending homelessness. Core values: we have an absolute commitment to the dignity of all people. We provide a radical welcome. We lean into curiosity. All right, ways to cope and thrive during change. Topics today are: how are you doing with changes in your life? How's your attitude? Who is your support system? How's your time management? And how's your financial health? All right, so Eric Larson is the one who created this presentation. Danae gave some assistance with this. All right, community career connection workshop series. Purpose: to empower program participants and the greater community to be their personal best throughout career aspirations, educational advancements, and the hiring process. Is this workshop only for people in career change? Nope, we're offering this workshop to a broader audience and is for everyone. We're all going through change every day in our lives. This might be the most challenging time in your life. Some changes are harder for us than others. We all deal with change differently. Part 1, identify your attitude and feelings. Change, alter or modify, make someone or something different. Transition, a time or period of change. Part 1, identify your attitude and feelings. Change as a life transition. Examples could be job layoff, moving, an accident, a divorce, an illness, loss of a person, job, pet, or anything important. And this is often can feel like an uphill battle when we're going through these transitions. It can be very difficult. And where are you in your coping strategies? Are you managing, surviving, getting by, thriving, succeeding, developing, flourishing, expanding, growing, booming? So there's going to be parts of this presentation that are meant for being a part of a group. So lots of places where we would have shared. But since we aren't going to be having an audience for this one, I just recommend that you pause the video, take some time to think about your answers, and maybe even take out a notebook and jot some things down or write a little journal entry. It's really up to you how you want to use this time. So you can write down your first name, what brought you to the workshop, on a scale from 1 to 10, how do you feel you're coping with your transition, and how is your attitude? Self-care is not selfish. A lot of people feel that if they're taking time to rest or, treat themselves to something, they feel guilty that they're not taking care of other people. But taking care of yourself is, in my opinion, more important than taking care of others, because you can't take care of others if you yourself are completely drained of energy or sick because you're burning yourself out or stressed or whatever. So you need to take care of yourself first before you try to take care of other people. Write down some ways that you're taking care of yourself. You can pause this video while you do that. All right, welcome back. What's in your self-care toolbox? And we did a meditation during this before, and I don't have it with me. Totally forgot that this happened. So instead of me running you through a meditation, I'm actually going to have you pause the video and go find a short meditation online, whether it be YouTube or a meditation app like Breathe or Calm, and just do a short meditation at this time. Pause the video and take this time for yourself. It can be really short if you would like. There's plenty of meditations online that are only 2 minutes long, but take some time for yourself and do that. I apologize. I'm like hiccuping and having issues. Okay. This one is talking about me. I am Amanda Muehlers. I'm the one recording this video. I'm a career counselor with Aviva's Family Resiliency Partnership Program. I'm a certified Reiki practitioner, and I have a Master of Arts degree in counseling psychology with an emphasis on career counseling. I am also a global career development facilitator, which means that I went through an extra class to get a certificate to get better at my job. So this would be another time for some journaling. How did your meditation feel? And would you put meditation into your everyday life? Part 2 continued, taking positive actions to thrive. Developing a positive attitude. How do I start? Taking positive actions to thrive. So what parts of your life are you maybe lacking on taking care of yourself or lacking on paying attention to? Are you taking care of yourself spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, socially, physically, and financially? What areas do you think you're lacking? You can write this in your journal and maybe think about ways that you could work on that a little bit or put more attention towards it or take care of yourself in that way a little bit better. And you can pause the video to do that if you would like. All right, welcome back if you took a little break there. Spiritual self-care examples. So you could meditate, pray, journal, self-reflect. I probably focus a little bit too much on this one. My life is basically this, other than obviously my job, but I feel like there's a spiritual side to my job as well. So yeah, I think that I could probably spend more time on some of these other areas. What do you guys think? How are you doing with your spiritual health? Group share, another opportunity to do some journaling. How do you take care of yourself spiritually? And are there areas you would like to develop in regards to your spirituality? Psychological self-care, mental, emotional. So things you can do for your psychological self-care would be learning, studying, reading, writing, experiencing, and creating. Group share. So this is another moment where you could do some journaling if you would like. You can pause the video and write about how, am I doing things now that contribute to my mental and emotional well-being? What is one thing I can start doing, something that I love, that will stimulate my mind? So if you want to pause and take a moment, you can do that. I'm going to keep going. Emotional self-care. You can do positive self-talk, self-awareness, have a routine, set small goals, celebrate small victories, random acts of kindness, talk it out, and affection. Emotional well-being. Am I doing things now to help my emotional well-being? What is one thing I can start doing? Something I love that will nourish my mind. Social self-care, socializing, playing, sharing, helping, seeing new things. Also, I just want to make a little shout out to my introverted people. If you struggle to be social, it's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But some easy ways that you can be social is schedule a Zoom call. So you can do it in the comfort of your own home, but still be seeing someone and chatting with them over video. Also, you could just send emails or text someone. Another option would be to just do a phone call, just something simple so that you're still being somewhat social and you're still having that interaction with people, but you're not having to leave the comfort of your own home. Totally understand for those of you that are introverted like myself, it does take some effort to get yourself to go out and do things. So, especially with maybe new people, or maybe plan to visit with someone that you're very comfortable with, like a family member or a close friend. Feeling isolated during life's changes. Am I alone in this? I think it's common to feel isolated while going through life transitions. It's a universal process that everyone goes through when going through changes. Having a wider range of support can help someone's confidence to not feel alone in life struggles. Group share. Why do I isolate? Could it be that our responses to our change happening now are rooted in our earlier lives? Yeah, you betcha, says Eric. Fight or flight, a stress response that happens when hormones such as adrenaline are released into your body. Brain is saying to stay and fight or run and get out of danger. Origin of fight or flight dates back to our ancestors coming face to face with dangerous creatures. Reaction, fight, attacking the source of danger, tight jaw, teeth grinding, a burning or knotting sensation in your stomach, urge to punch something or someone, need to stop or kick, crying in anger. Survival brain, controlling behaviors, low self-esteem, anger outbursts, bully others, demanding perfection from others, entitled, rules don't apply to me. Can't sit still. A workaholism, panic, anxiety, perfectionism, over analytical thinking, can't sit still. Group share, are you in fight or flight mode? So fight is rage, anger, irritability. Flight is panic, fear, anxiety, you want to run. And freeze is shut down, detach, feeling stuck. So freeze, you want to hide, shut down, numb, detach, stuck. Freeze mode for a long time can lead to depression, being numb, spacing out, isolation. Am I in freeze mode? Do you feel detached, shut down, or stuck? Taking positive actions to thrive during change. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Fawn may be your body's stress response to try to please someone to avoid conflict. Used when fight, flight, or freeze aren't options. When someone is in fawn mode for a long time, they're people-pleasing, they're codependent, they have a lack of boundaries, lack of identity, avoids conflict, can't say no. Fawning can look like lacking boundaries, having a hard time saying no, needing to please other people, feeling guilt, shame, or self-anger, difficulty identifying your feelings even when you're alone, looking to others to tell how you're feeling, hugely concerned with social acceptance. You're in conflict. You immediately try to appease the other person, putting aside your own beliefs for others and feeling scared to share your opinions, feeling a lack of identity, codependency, and getting taken advantage of in relationships. Getting into fawn response often happens due to experiences in early life. Which response is my first go-to when change comes to me? You can take some time to journal on this if you would like. Do you feel like you go straight into fight mode, flight mode, freeze, or fawn? So I feel like when things happen, it kind of depends on what it is that would change the way that you might respond. So if you are in fight mode, it means that you are like you're feeling attacked, basically. So that I feel like that's a moment, if you felt like you were being attacked, is when you would be in fight mode. Flight mode is what a lot of us feel when we are feeling very fearful about a situation. We want to run from it. Freeze would be if you just don't know what to do about the situation, so you get stuck. And fawn would mean that you kind of just kind of become someone else and please others because you don't know what else to do. Boundaries, do not cross. Boundaries are so important. So you don't respect your own limits, others may not respect them either. Not setting boundaries, limitations on your time can also make it harder for others to tell when they've asked you to do too much. Types of boundaries: physical, sexual, emotional, spiritual or religious, financial, or having things and time. A group exercise. So again, journaling opportunity, responsibility imbalances. So as you're thinking about your life, where is there some imbalances happening? So, for example, do you always say yes when somebody asks you to do something? Is it infringing on your self-care time or your personal time or the time that you need to recharge? Then it's probably an imbalance that needs to be corrected. So think about areas of your life where maybe you haven't set very good boundaries. And they could be boundaries on yourself as well. For example, if you are, spending money on Amazon and you're realizing that you're spending too much on there, maybe you cut yourself off from doing that for a while and see how your finances change. Or another financial one would be like if people always want you to go out to dinner with them or something, or you want to go out for lunch or out for coffee, and you know that you can't really afford that, but you want to please them, so you go anyways. That could be a boundary to set. Just say, instead of going out for coffee, would you want to meet at my house? Or instead of going out for coffee, would you want to, do something free, like go for a walk or something like that. So all different kinds of boundaries you can set. The situation: Marsha's mother, 86, and recently broke her shoulder and needs 24/7 care. Marsha is 53 and the youngest of four. Marsha's mother, sorry. Yes, I got confused for a second. Marsha's 53 and the youngest of four, and all live in the area. She is an empty nester, divorced, and working 2 jobs to pay the bills, and is finishing up her accounting degree on a part-time basis so that she can get a better job. She is in debt and is making it, but is living on the edge. She is proud and usually puts others in front of herself. Marsha's brothers and sisters are all in retirement and doing well, but don't want to pay the price for transitional care. They think Marsha should be able to help her with her mother's care just as much as the other siblings. So in that case, I think it's unfair that her siblings are asking her for help. I think that she needs to set a boundary there and just say, like I'm struggling, you guys are not. let's be real here. So ways to maintain and set healthy boundaries: learn to say no when people ask you to do something, or reframe it. Like if they say, like, I need you to come and help me for an entire week to help me move or something like that, you could say, I really can't do that, but I could probably give you half a day on a Saturday or something like that. Like give them what you actually can give them that makes sense and that's going to keep you in a good space. Self-reflection, kind of realizing, where are your boundaries, what's important to you, what's going to keep you healthy and happy. Celebrating yourself, knowing that you're worth it, setting boundaries early so that, if someone expects you to do something over and over again and you didn't mean for that to become something that was expected of you, you can set a boundary and just say, hey, I know I've been doing this for you for a while, but I want to be able to do this for you, but I can't do it all the time. I do this one thing for my husband every day, and I decided to do it on a whim one day, and now he expects it every day. And so I have to set a boundary and say, I'm happy to do this for you, but I can't always do it. I can't do it every single day. There's going to be days that I can't do it. So, I think that people just have to be okay with that. Be consistent, create a framework, and talk, communicate. Positive self-talk. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. All right, another journaling option if you would like. You can take some time, pause the video. Am I doing things now that contribute to my social well-being? Physical self-care: exercising, breathing, eating, drinking water, loving, and sleeping. Am I doing things now that contribute to my physical well-being? Take some time to journal on that. Pause the video. All right, if you took a little bit there, welcome back. Financial self-care, budgeting, spending, saving, creditor, communication, boundaries and limits. I don't want money. It is only people who pay their bills who want that, and I never pay mine. Oscar Wilde. Finances are a tough thing to talk about with people you do and don't know. Nutrition. Got a picture of my gosh, what's his name? Popeye. All right, so this section is actually something that I created. So eating as healthy as possible can help with all areas of life. And I like this little comic about the pigeons, and and he's eating a French fry, and the other pigeon's like, you gotta stop eating, you gotta start eating out of a different parking lot. Anxiety, depression, health concerns, weight gain or loss, healthy skin, digestion, immune system boost, and energy levels can all be helped with eating healthy. How to eat healthy on a budget. Most of us are struggling right now. I don't really know of anybody who's not. With inflation, everything's gotten really expensive. So think about simple meals with minimal ingredients. This will help you save. Once you have your meals planned, create a grocery list with the ingredients you need to make your meals for the week. This will help you avoid impulse buys or having to run back to the store again for forgotten ingredients. Examples: stir fry, roasted veggies, pasta with red sauce, soup with whether canned or homemade. If your shopping list includes nuts, beans, or grains, consider buying in bulk to save money and keep your pantry well stocked for future meal planning. Bulk bins can be found at most grocery stores. Buy frozen or canned food. When it comes to fruits and vegetables, frozen and canned options can be healthy alternatives to fresh produce. What's more, they cost less and last longer. Check your canned and frozen veggies for added ingredients like cream, sugar, or salt. You want to avoid these ingredients to get the most benefit from them. Cut costs with coupons. It is pretty easy to find digital coupons these days for almost anything. You can't find a coupon for white beans for a recipe, but you can for red beans, so consider switching them out to save money. Stock up during sales. Stores will often have sales on goods. Watch for sales, and when something you normally eat goes on sale, get a bunch of it. Buy store brands. Store brands are often way cheaper than name brand foods, so shop generic when you can. Always check for added ingredients so you can get the best nutrition possible. So when I go to the store, I will often look for canned goods on sale and boxed meals. So I don't normally eat a lot of boxed meals like mac and cheese, but I like vegan mac and cheese, and it's usually really expensive, so I don't buy it that often. But if I find that it's on sale, I'll grab it and stock up on it. Same with non-dairy milks. For me, the good ones that don't have as much gunk in them are more expensive for some reason. So I watch for those to go on sale, and when I see that they're on sale, I stock up. Try growing a garden. So there's lots of options these days. If we obviously live in Minnesota, so it's a little harder to garden all year round, but they do have options for aerial gardens now. Some are the small little ones. You can grow little herbs and tomatoes and things like that, or else you can get a bigger one if you have the funds for it, the funds to invest in something like that. But I've found them as cheap as like $300. So I feel like that's not too expensive, especially if you're investing in your healthy food. So also, if you live in an apartment building, as long as you have a deck or a balcony, you can do all sorts of great crops. Easy ones that I have found to grow are zucchini, cucumber, and kale. Okay, so batch cooking is really helpful because you can batch cook a big pot of chili or a big pot of soup, and you can eat that for the entire week. Some people also batch salads, things like that, but those go bad faster. So I always recommend doing something like a soup as well and eating your salads first so that they don't go to waste. Focus on buying whole foods when you can. Avoid buying highly processed foods like Cheetos, chips, and candy. Buy produce that's in season. A quick Google search will tell you what fruits and veggies are in season here in Minnesota and will be cheaper because of it. Pack a lunch. If you're out for the day, whether for work or another thing, pack yourself and your family lunches so you aren't tempted to eat out. All right, so a bubble bath, an option for self-care here. Blue light can affect us very negatively. So all of the TV and screens that we watch can be very detrimental to not only our vision, but also to our sleep. So it's best to not be on blue light or looking at your phone right before bed. Try to get off of it, at least a few hours before bed if possible. Maybe read a book instead, or do a different task that doesn't require you to look at your phone. It's a short wavelength of light, which means it produces higher amounts of energy. Our eyes cannot filter blue light very well, so more can pass through the eye to the retina, produces both benefits and concerns for our eyes and overall health. Blue light is needed for good health, boosts alertness and mood, helps memory and how the brain works. Getting blue light in daytime hours helps maintain the body's natural awake and sleep cycle. Concerns. Cell phone's LED computer screen messes with the body's ability to prepare for sleep. It blocks the hormone melatonin that makes you sleepy, takes you longer to fall asleep. Best practices: device off 2 hours before bed, lower brightness of screen, watch TV, get more sleep, overlay screen, blue light glasses, download app, and keep distance. I don't know what the app is that he's talking about here, so I apologize. I'm not sure what the app is. So yeah, not sure about that. I'd have to check with Eric. All right, so here's our contact info. Eric, if you would have any questions at all, maybe about what that app is, feel free to reach out to Eric. I'm sure he will be happy to hear from you. And if you have any questions about this presentation, reach out to him, because he is the one that created it. If you have any questions about the portion about nutrition and healthy eating, please reach out to me. And yeah, so happy that I was able to record this for you. I hope it was helpful. I'm sorry it wasn't smoother. Again, I didn't create this presentation, so I may have missed some of the things that Eric might have said during this, but I hope it was helpful, and I will maybe talk to you soon if you decide to reach out. So have a great day.